Hi, my name is Bay. I have here yet another quick review for you. I have here a product from Sentey. This is their X Plus 725 watt power supply. This is a product that I purchased off of Amazon. This is being sold by Sentey for $39.99. This is a good power supply. It's rated at more than 75% efficiency when it's used. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Well, this is how the power supply will come to you. It's got a nice box. I like it. It's not a plain box or anything like that. It is 725 watts, so it will be able to run quite a number of things in your system. Just to go ahead and open this up, we're given here a little manual as to what's inside. We have a product warranty. We've got a power cable. We have some screws to mount the case into your box. And then we have the power supply in itself. Now, I've already installed this and taken it back out because I wanted to show you. What I really like thus far is that it's got a 140 millimeter fan. Very quiet, like that a lot, especially that it's big. You know, you don't have these little small fans, but you know, nowadays with these big power supplies, you know, they're putting the big fans in there because they know how much is going on in there. So when it comes to some of the cables here, you know, we have the motherboard cable here. We have let's see, where's it at? We have the cable here for the motherboard, the processor, excuse me. We have a cable here to run 2 video cards, which is something that I like. So if you're running, you know, an SLI or something like that, you know, you have the ability to run 2 cards. So I do like that. The other thing, you know, they have some serial ATA power plugs. They have 5 here. They have 3 mullocks, and then they have 1 for the floppy. So that's basically how it comes. You know, they're sleeved, so I kind of like that. You know, the cables aren't just sticking out, you know, just kind of, you know, out and about. You know, they're actually sleeved and a nice little mesh, and I like how they heat shrink at the end there, so it keeps the sleeve from moving around, so I do like that as well. And yeah, so it just really keeps the system nice, you know, nice and clean on the inside, so I do like that a lot. So when it comes to the pros of using this particular power supply in my particular system, you know, it worked well. You know, it works, it runs, you know, the system comes on. You know, I like the fan, that it's big and that it's quiet. I do like that. You know, and that, you know, there's more than enough connectors for my particular system. So that's another thing that I particularly like, you know, and the fact that, you know, what's needed is here for my particular system. Now, I do know that, you know, in some other systems, you know, you want to check to see what kind of plugs come with the power supply, because, you know, each system is different. And I know for a different system that I have, you know, I have 4 huge hard drives that I run in a RAID 1+0. So I need 4 serial ATA power supplies for that, or power cords for that. I have 2 SSD drives, and then I have my CD-ROM, or excuse me, my DVD-ROM. So all of that is serial ATA drives. And so for that particular power supply, you know, I needed something with a bunch of serial ATAs. For this one, it only has 5, so, you know, that's something to keep in mind. You know, if you're trying to run like a mini server within your computer, you know, you're going to be limited. So, you know, that's one thing to keep in mind with this. I mean, yes, you could, you know, buy an adapter for the mullocks to transfer into serial ATAs. You know, and that might be something you want to consider. You know, I don't know how many people actually use a floppy anymore, but, you know, they actually give you one. You know, and other than that, but, you know, one thing I really do like is that, you know, they come with the 6+2 when it comes to the PCI Express video cards. You know, I know that was one thing that they tried to enhance with their particular power supply. Sentey was, so I do like that they added that, and you know, it really just works for what it is. when it comes to the cons of using this, as I've already mentioned, there's a lot of things that I do like. But one other thing, one thing I don't like is the fact that, everything's already connected. There's really no plug and play with this. I know that there's some other power supplies, you have the plug and play ability, which I do like that because it keeps the unnecessary cords out of your system. As ones who, put computers together, you really are trying to minimize what's inside because you want that airflow to keep moving. Obviously if you're running a water system, then obviously, it's different, but you still want the inside of your system to look clean. I know that's something that I like to do, keep my wires, running nice and just looking clean on the inside, because it's a hobby. And so, with that, I would appreciate, just having some kind of plug and play with this. And then the other thing too, for the fact that it only comes with 5, it doesn't come with like an even number of serial ATAs. That's a little bit of a bummer. This is something I can never use in my my system that I described before, because I would need to get the adapter so I can use the other devices that I have. So that's a small little bummer there in itself. But other than that, it does work. It's good for what it is. The fan is quiet. If you have a simple system, maybe a couple SSD drives, maybe a couple larger hard drives, for the storage aspect, this would work great. There's more than plenty enough power with this particular power supply to run those devices, and it's something that's really good about this particular product. Well, this was Bay with another quick review for you. If you have any questions or comments, please do so below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you could, please subscribe to my channel, as I will have other reviews for you. I do thank you for watching.